Well, we all know Sony's mega PS5 Pro announcement today is making waves across the internet, but we do have some other stuff to talk about this week's game news. We're talking about some Xbox things, some Ubisoft things. They're in the news again. Surprise, surprise. And then a couple of trailers I thought were cool, so we're going to just get all across the board here. Let's get right to it. As we kick things off with some Xbox news, Tokyo Game Show 2024, Xbox is going to be there. Asian Games in the spotlight. The Xbox broadcast returns to TGS 2024, courtesy of news.xbox.com. Xbox TGS 24 broadcast returns on Thursday, September 26th at 7 p.m. Japanese Standard Time, 3 a.m. Pacific, 6 a.m. Eastern, 11 a.m. UK. I will not be live reacting to this stuff because that is 5 a.m. Central Time. And I'm barely awake then, and I should be getting up and getting on with my day. But let's be real, I'm usually 10 minutes late to the gym or to the trail. So let's just watch the recaps of this and react to them. Maybe I'm excited. There's a lot of good stuff supposedly coming through this. We got probably the known stuff. We'll probably get another Indiana Jones trailer. I'm hoping we get some stuff from Square Enix, maybe Capcom. Supposedly there's gonna be a Black Myth Wukong announcement for Xbox, which would be just absolutely awesome. I'd be hyped for it. But yes, TGS, Xbox is going. I mean, with the announcement of Genshin Impact coming to Xbox at Gamescom, I think it's really important that they make a big showing here. That would just be epic for them to properly get like some of these big service games in the system. There's no reason not to, right? There's no reason not to. The Xbox is totally capable. If the PS4 was running Genshin Impact, there's no reason the Series S and X can't. That's just facts, but here we are. I'm excited to see what announcements come out of this. Please, just with Tokyo Game Show in general, can Square Enix just give us another Kingdom Hearts 4 trailer or an update? I'll take a 30-second just like animation tease, something, please. Let's go on to the next story before I rant about that all night. Maybe not. Oh, we're in the wrong window. There we go. All right. Game Pass Standard is here. So if you guys remember a while back, Game Pass got rebranded again. So they replaced Xbox Game Pass, just basic, with now Xbox Game Pass Standard tier. And launches today. This plan brings together features that players love about Game Pass for console and Game Pass Core, while providing an additional option when you're deciding which plan is right for you. Let's just look at the chart. I hate charts. Remember how we feel about charts around here, chat. We don't like them. When you have to explain the service or the game or whatever with charts, you're doing it wrong. But let's look at it anyway. Let's see. Game Pass PC. Well, you can play PC games. Okay, day one releases, high quality games, EA Play, Riot Game benefits, member discounts. Game Pass Core, multiplayer, 25 plus high quality games, member discounts. Game Pass Standard, which looks like a lesser option. Honestly, it looks like it's down in the bargain bin with Core. Hundreds of games at a great value. Hundreds of high quality games, online multiplayer, member discounts. And then the total gaming experience with Game Pass Ultimate, day one releases, hundreds of high quality games, online console multiplayer, EA Play, member discounts and perks, and cloud gaming. This is where Microsoft really should have... Spreadsheets are life. Shut up, Will. No, not around here. This is where Microsoft should have absolutely axed Core. That should have never been a thing. Just make Standard, shift everything over, or shift Core and Standard to be one thing, and add Cloud as a tier where you get cloud gaming and some of the other stuff, but you just get access to Cloud Game Pass. That get your people. You want people to play on the cloud, yet you want them to get Game Pass Ultimate, which gives them features they don't need: PC games, online console multiplayer. Well, if they're doing that through cloud, that's kind of given if they're playing. I know Fortnite works really well in xCloud, just saying. But, come on. Why isn't the cloud tier the one to go to? They could break the mold there And instead, we have basically core and standard, which are the same tier, just one has more games. You know, and it's just weird. Like, why are they going this route instead of building out the cloud? The article breaks down what we just read in the chart. Anyway, Xbox Game Pass Standard is now official. It's out. Prices are going up. Game Pass is more expensive. They got to make that Activision money back. So Black Ops and all that is going to do a thing. Anyway, all right, let's move on. Speaking of Call of Duty Black Ops, the beta ended. October 25th, the game will be out full release, but the multiplayer beta is over. The biggest Call of Duty beta ever. Number 1 in total players, number 1 in hours played, number 1 in play time per player. I only played like 3 or 4 matches. It was fun. Number 1 in most matches played, data from early access and open beta. So basically, out of all of the other Call of Duty early access betas that they've done, this was number 1, which makes sense. First of all, it was open. Second of all, it was available through Game Pass early. And third of all, Black Ops has a lot of hype around it every time it's come around since, you know, Black Ops 1 and 2 and so on and so forth. So people are really hyped for this game. Now, there's been a lot of criticism of all of the other things around it, you know, the movement, some of the things available in the game. People have criticized. I thought it was fun. Little bit I got to play with it. It kind of felt like old school Call of Duty. I liked it. The weapons were fun. The sounds were really punchy. I thought it was good. Looking forward to the full release. I will not be streaming probably any of it because while I was in the beta, one of the characters just dropped an F word in the multiplayer, and I was just like, oh, we're not doing that on stream. It's family friendly around here, folks. Anyway, all right, let's move on to our next story. Sonic Generations and DLC relisted on Xbox as part of a new Legacy bundle. So, okay, with Sonic Generations re-releasing with the Shadow mode and stuff, this month, whenever it's happening, when that releases, they were talking about delisting Sonic Generations from the Xbox 360 because why would you buy that when you could buy the shiny new one? Well, now instead it comes with a bundle of games, and so there's a Legacy bundle. This is also on Steam, I believe. Maybe not with the exact same stuff, but you can get the Legacy bundle for $60, and it's Sonic Adventure plus the DLC, Sonic Adventure 2 plus DLC, Sonic 4 episodes 1 and 2, Sonic the Fighters, and Sonic Generations plus DLC. And that's pretty great. I would say run to a local game store, grab you a physical copy of Sonic Generations on Xbox 360 if you have no desire to pick up the new version, the remastered version, which I think will be great. I think it'll be fine. You know, I'm excited for it. The Shadow content looks good. So there you go. If you were bummed about not being able to buy the 360 version of Sonic Generations, now you can. Honestly, you guys are all going to buy the new one if that's what you're looking for. But there you go. All right, I thought this was interesting. Blizzard reportedly developing an RPG FPS game with Overwatch 2 product manager. This was from a LinkedIn posting, so this is like rumor territory. But a dude noticed that a guy on LinkedIn had, in his experience, unannounced AAA RPG FPS title, unannounced PC console. And then it got changed to unannounced game, I believe. We open a new tab. Let's go back. It got changed. He updated his resume to say just something else. But people are like, oh, the guy making Overwatch 2 are working on Overwatch 2 might be working on an Overwatch PvE or some other PvE game. I would be happy if they did that. If it was like a story-driven PvE multiplayer experience, like that would be a lot of fun. So here's to hoping that that's like a real thing. Just a short thing. I thought that was interesting. Let's move on. I thought this was cool. Black Myth Wukong DLC expansion in development. As the title says there, it's pretty much it. They're working on a DLC, and that's awesome that they announced that now, so we know if you've already beat the game, there's more coming. Excuse me. All right, anyway, this is like really cool because, I mean, the game sold to date 18 million copies across globally. That's insane. So yeah, they're not going to work on a sequel just yet. but they will do some DLC, which is par for the course. But like, good to know that there's more coming, because people have finished the game, from what I understand. It's not very long if you're just playing through like the main story. So good for them. It's really exciting to see like a new game, new IP come on the scene and do really well. Even with some of the stuff behind the game, some of the rumors, which I don't think were true. I think that was just people trying to like get this game like some bad press for some reason. But anyway, it's interesting and exciting to see again new IPs flourish in a time when some new IPs are not flourishing at all. Anyway, let's move on to our next story. Let's see. Okay, the Crew Motorfest posted. This is a Ubisoft game. Do you guys remember? We talked about the Crew being delisted and they were taking it out of people's libraries and the servers were going offline and made a lot of people upsetty spaghetti. Well, they tweeted out the official Crew Game X account posted, "We heard your concerns about access to the Crew games. Today, we want to express our commitment to the future of the Crew 2 and the Crew Motorfest. We can confirm an offline mode to ensure long-term access to both titles. Stay tuned for more news in the next months." So basically, hey, they're going to sunset these games pretty soon. I don't know that for sure, but there will be offline access, which is good. Ubisoft learns. They got out ahead of it this time. Don't worry, guys. It'll be okay. Let's go on to our next story. Speaking of Ubisoft, their slump continues. So their stock has been kind of on a downward turn. Bad press with Assassin's Creed, a lot of Japanese government things, very weird. Star Wars Outlaws fails to turn things around, and X-Defiant numbers are sliding, and we still don't know where the Sands of Time is. So that's another thing. Prince of Persia Sands of Time remake has been rumored and teased and talked about, and we don't have a release date. We still don't have a release date, and it's like that would bump things up for Ubisoft. X-Defiant has been slipping. I haven't even played the game lately. I hit a wall with the game. I hit a point where it's like I don't possess the skill to remain competitive even in casual lobbies. So I'm going to play something else where I feel like I do good and hit that dopamine. You know, I'm not going to play X-Defiant and get mad at it when I'm being terrible. And also, there were just some things with the game I just wasn't feeling. Overall, I think it's a solid game. There's just things I would like it to be a little different, and it won't change because it's like stuff that's core to the game. Star Wars Outlaws has been, well, it hasn't sold as high as they hoped it would, but I think it's because Star Wars has been negatively perceived in press. This game launched with a bunch of issues that I think still remain to date. I don't think there's been any patches for some of the issues, and then like the early access thing where they had to basically, if you had early access and played through a lot of the game, but day one they released a patch that you had to delete your save and start a new one, or you would not benefit from the patch. Weird, certainly, but it's what happened. So like that kind of stuff hurts a release. A lot of negative press around Star Wars Outlaws. Now, do I think it's a bad game? I have no clue. I've watched people play it. A lot of people say it's a fun game. It should be viewed a little higher on the list than it is, but it's a Star Wars game, so it might be worth checking out in the future. I'll wait for those super sales personally. But yeah, unfortunately, that's all causing Ubisoft's stock to tank a little bit, and there's speculation and requests that they take their publicly traded company private to prevent further loss of value. Yeah, that might be the thing. I don't know. Ubisoft has been making some weird moves, and that's where I'm gonna leave it. All right, let's move on to our next story. Here we go. Astrobot. Here's some good news. This game launched on September 6th to very high scores. As of right now on Metacritic, it's sitting at a 94 on critic reviews and 9.5 on user ratings. It's universal acclaim according to Metacritic. This is making me want a PS5 really badly because it looks fantastic. Maybe we should watch a trailer for it. We might do it after the show, but the game just looks so good. I need a PS5 just for this game and other games. Like, there are other games I want to play. This wouldn't sell the system for me, but it is very, very close. Just based on everything I've seen and heard and reviews, this could be like Sony's next big like fun franchise. Doesn't have to be serious or hyper realistic. It's just fun and colorful and beautiful. Hard to want to invest in most of the AAA game publishers anymore. Dude, I agree with that statement. But yeah, Astrobot's looking great. I can't wait to pick this one up. All right, so speaking of PlayStation, we got our console reveal for PS5 Pro. If you guys haven't looked at it yet, this is what it looks like. I love these kinds of trailers though. They really do like hype up the product. Enhanced with rainbows. PlayStation Spectral Super Resolution. High frame rates. Advanced ray tracing. It's still a router. It indeed is still a router. It's still that weird sculpture from Everybody Loves Raymond. Play Unleashed. Except by unleashing it, they mean pay us $700. Where's the price sheet? Oh, they don't even have it here. Okay. We'll go through the article. But yes, that's the big takeaway. PlayStation 5 Pro has been announced. $700 at launch. I don't know how to feel about it. It is expensive, but I mean that's a mid-grade. That's a high-end GPU right now. The lower end of the high-end GPUs, but definitely a high-end GPU. So, is it worth it? Yeah, you have to decide for yourself. But let's go through the article. Features including GPU upgrade, advanced ray tracing, and PlayStation Spectral Super Resolution take players to new heights. The last 4 years since the launch of PS5. 4 years ago, PS5 launched. We've worked hard to continuously evolve the console experience and deliver great games our players expect from us. Today, I'm incredibly proud to announce the next step in that evolution and welcome the PS5 Pro to the PlayStation family, our most advanced and innovative console hardware to date. Is it still a giant thing? It's actually bigger than the PS5 Slim. It's a little taller. So, yes, it ain't fitting in the cabinet, at least not vertically. Maybe laying down. You could lay it down. But they go on to say, upgraded GPU. It's 67% more compute units than the current PS5 console and 28% faster memory. It's 45% faster overall for rendering and GPU stuff. Ray tracing, there's now, because of the more powerful GPU, they can actually do ray tracing proper. AI driven upscaling. So if you guys have seen me talk about it here on the show before, NVIDIA's super resolution, DirectX does it, AMD has frame generation, NVIDIA calls it DLSS, Intel calls it XESS, and all that really matters is the super resolution end of it. It means they are using AI models to upscale images to look higher resolution. What that usually means is you can render a really detailed, low resolution image and scale it up and not lose the detail. Because what happens is if you you've seen like hooking up a retro console to like a modern TV, let's say like a PS1. It looks worse most of the time because it doesn't scale right. It literally just gets stretched to fill the screen. And so when that happens, you get blurry and weird looking visuals. And so now what we're doing with super resolution is we're using AI to clean up that image and make it look sharper. It's pretty great. It's pretty awesome technology. It works really well when it's optimized. So let's say that we're using it well and it works really well right out of the gate for PlayStation. That means you'll get really nice visuals at a lower budget, but the higher end components in the PS5 Pro mean that you'll get more details and better lighting and stuff like that. It's a good idea. It's expensive. All right, I think that's the key takeaway here. It's powerful. It is a pro level system. It is expensive, and it's going to be interesting to see how much they sell of this thing. Skeptical do the all AI things being rushed to market for. Well, okay, here's the thing though. Super resolution has been around for quite a while. DLSS from NVIDIA is kind of the base model that everybody's built on, or at least taken ideas from. So that side of AI is more of like analytical AI and not uh, large language model AI. This is just like, hey, does this pixel look better or worse? How can we make it look better? And so that's like the key takeaway with super resolution is all the GPUs do it on like high-end PCs. It's a way to save on resources to do like either higher details at a lower budget, or lower end PCs can benefit by not having to push out. I don't know, Will. You check it out. Check out any DLSS videos. I've experienced it on my own rig, and I'm pretty convinced it's a good idea. It is absolutely like 1,000% like been refined and is much better than it was even 2 years ago. But yeah, so this thing is, man, 2 terabyte SSD, digital only, so you don't get a disk drive. You got to buy it separate. Again, PlayStation, what are we doing here? But that would, if they included the disk drive, you'd look at $780, because that Blu-ray drive for the PlayStation as an add-on is $80 flat. Now, if you have a PS5 Slim, sell it as a digital, keep that disk drive, and then you can get a PS5 Pro a little cheaper. That's probably the route that they're expecting a ton of people to do that. I'd be willing to bet. But here we are. The Pro is real. It's announced. I don't know what the sales are going to look like this holiday. Maybe if the economy can kind of recover a little bit over the next, let's give it like 6 months, 6 to 8 months, see what happens post-election season. Maybe people can afford things again. Tax season, we'll probably see some deals. I'd imagine they'll do some bundles around then. Put whatever the latest games. Probably do another like Spider-Man or Horizon, maybe Call of Duty bundle. I don't know. They could do anything to make it more attractive because it is so expensive. But honestly, I think the bundles will stay with the base system, and that's what's going to continue to sell really well for the time being. But yeah, that's the PS5 Pro. I'm excited for it. I'm excited to see kind of the real world specs. Digital Foundry will show us how beautiful and how accurate Sony was with what they presented today. That video, by the way, it was super short. It was like, the video was 15 minutes. Half of it was a countdown. The other half of the video that was content, half of it was talking about the PS5 and what to expect from the PS5 Pro. And then like the last couple minutes were like, oh, here's the PS5 Pro, here's some specs. Then it ended. I don't think it was a good way to announce the thing by talking about all the old stuff. But it is what it is. All right, let's go on to our next thing. We got a couple trailers to watch. Anybody check out No Man's Sky recently? This new trailer got me interested.
Introducing No Man's Sky Aquarius. Relax alone or together with friends.
They added fishing. They keep adding stuff to this game. These No Man's Sky has so many free updates and is still getting them. Like it makes no sense how this game is doing so well.
And trap rare catches.
How are these guys making money?
New cooking recipes and combinations are out there to be discovered. Complete your fishing log.
There's so much content in this game. Fishing minigame, let's
from
go.
Your personal fishing platform. Prepare your bait. Earn trophies and new fishing equipment.
There is so much. It's a fishing update.
Community fishing expedition sends players competing for the biggest catch. The Aquarius update brings fishing and a host of watery features to No Man's Sky. More will follow.
So that's it. That's the Aquarius update. My mind is blown how much they have updated this game, and we're at the point now where they're just adding new features because they can. Now, I'll admit, when this game first launched, I understand everybody was disappointed in it. I think I was disappointed because I didn't know it was like space Minecraft. You know, you're walking around collecting materials, building things. I didn't know that. I was hoping for like a space first-person shooter story game, and that's not what's here. I think there is a story, but it is very hidden in the in-game details, and I think that's cool. But it's just crazy how far this game has come. All right, let's get to our last trailer before we wrap this thing up. This game, Elsie, This is like their launch trailer. It gives you a very high overview, but I've been watching it. It looks really good. Look at those visuals.
Once a beautiful planet, now in chaos. For some time, the Guardians protected the people of Ekis. But one day, they disappeared. Dr. Gray has forged one final chance. An android, Elsie. Built like none before her, she will do whatever it takes to save Ekis and its people. Join me, Elsie, on this journey. Find the Guardians, battle robot armies, and save the world. Out now.
Just looks really good. Just looks so good. Mega Man, Metroidvania. It just seems to hit all the right things. I definitely want to check this game out. And it's out now. Switch, PS5, and Steam. Put it on Xbox. Come on. It can go to Game Pass. I think it's been on Game Pass. I'm not 100% sure. But launch trailer just dropped, and I was like, hey, let's cover this. It looks like a fun game. Might be a fun thing to stream. But that's it for the game news, guys. Let me know what you guys think. You get the PS5 Pro. I think my plan has shifted. I was waiting on the PS5 Pro, but that $700 is a hard sell for me. I mean, I would definitely play a ton of games on it, but a base PS5 to play the same games, I'm only playing at 1080p. I'm not playing at 4K if I'm streaming anything. And then if I am playing at 4K, it's in my living room. It's just 4K. It's not super fancy 8K. It's not 120 FPS. I don't know. Base PS5 kind of seems to check all those boxes, but I'll see. We might change our minds. You know, that might happen. It's people are gonna buy it. I think a lot of people are gonna upgrade, and that's cool. That's cool. Good on them. But anyway, that does it for the game news this week, guys. Thanks for watching. If you're watching on YouTube, be sure to leave a like and a comment on the video. Dislike it if you think I'm stupid. That's cool too. We had some Twitch chatters come in and try to ruin the vibe, but I won't let them. I'll make dumb videos all the time. Good show. Needed more spreadsheets. Charts do not belong in the game news or video games. No charts. Charts are bad. All right, I'm out. I'm going to play video games now. Bye.